Every 4 years, 5 billion people stop what they're doing. They scream, they cry, they paint their faces, and while they're distracted, someone is quietly counting billions of dollars. Not the players, not the coaches, not even the winning country. So who's really cashing in on the World Cup? The 2022 Qatar World Cup generated over $7.5 billion in revenue. FIFA walked away with a $1 billion profit in a single month. Qatar spent an estimated $220 billion to host it. And what did they get back? Around $17 billion in economic activity. Let that sink in for a second. So if host countries are losing money, who's winning? Let's start with FIFA. FIFA is technically a non-profit organization. Sounds noble, right? But in 2022 alone, they generated $7.5 billion, mostly from broadcasting rights and sponsorships. They paid out $440 million to the 32 competing teams. Sounds like a lot, until you realize FIFA kept the rest. And those broadcast rights sold to over 200 countries. Every time your TV shows a World Cup match, FIFA is getting paid. Now let's talk about the brands, because this is where it gets really interesting. Adidas has been a FIFA partner since 1970. During a World Cup year, Adidas sees a 20 to 30% spike in sales. Nike, not even an official sponsor, made $2.3 billion in football-related revenue during the 2022 World Cup. Think about that. They didn't pay FIFA a single dollar in official sponsorship and still made billions. Official sponsors like Coca-Cola, Hyundai, and Qatar Airways paid up to $200 million each just for the logo placement. $200 million just to put their name next to a soccer ball. And what about the players? This is the part that surprises most people. Kylian Mbappé, one of the biggest stars at the 2022 World Cup, reportedly received zero payment from FIFA directly. FIFA pays the national federations. What the players actually receive depends entirely on their own country's association. Some players from smaller nations walked away with less than $50,000 after taxes and federation cuts. Meanwhile, their image was plastered on billion-dollar campaigns worldwide. Does that feel fair to you? Drop your answer in the comments. But wait, let's talk about the real hidden players. Construction companies. Qatar hired over 30,000 foreign workers to build 8 stadiums from scratch. Companies from Europe, the US, and Asia were awarded contracts worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Firms like Vinci from France and AECOM from the US made enormous profits on infrastructure alone. And those stadiums? One of them, Stadium 974, was literally made of 974 shipping containers and was completely dismantled after the tournament. Built for billions, gone in months. Here's the real story nobody tells you. The World Cup is not a sports event with a business side. It is a business event with a sports side. And the system is designed so that the money flows upward, to FIFA, to corporations, to media networks, while the fans, the players from smaller nations, and the host countries carry the cost. The 2026 World Cup is coming, hosted by the USA, Canada, and Mexico. Projected revenue, over $11 billion. Cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Dallas are already spending hundreds of millions on infrastructure upgrades. And if history repeats itself, and it always does, the real winners won't be on the field. If this video opened your eyes to how the money game really works, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need to hear this. And if you want to keep pulling back the curtain on the business moves nobody talks about, subscribe to Black Ledger and turn on the bell, because we don't do surface level content here. We follow the money every single time.